what the hell is something majestic?
Ever been to the Himalayas?
Drive a Shelby Oh, not bad, not bad. How about skydiving, huh? Now we're on to something.
We're on to something. Let me see that. Kiss the most beautiful girl in the world? How do you figure on doing this?
Volume.
Get a tattoo?
Yeah.
This is the sum of your ambition? Shit. I've taken baths deeper than that.
You know, it's easy to be deep in freshman philosophy. Now, what did Dr. Holland say? You got months, right?
Maybe a year.
Oh, you think 45 years went by fast? We could do this. We should do this. Don't think about money. That's all I got is money.
I don't know. I thought maybe...
What don't you know?
It was meant to be metaphorical. You know, trying to get a handle on...
Blah, 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 blah. Metaphors. I got news for you. Life is not for other people. You're the one crying you never took a shot. Here's your chance.
To make a fool of myself?
Never too late. I mean, what do you think happens now? I go back and sit around listening to people talk about mezzanine financing and subordinated debt, pretending I care about dead money. You go home to some sentimental processional into death, with everyone standing around watching you die while you try to comfort them. Is that what you want? To be smothered by pity and grief? Well, not me. And in your heart, I believe not you either, Carter. We're both in the same boat. How's that for a metaphor? We got a real opportunity here.
Opportunity? That's pretty twisted.
Look, we still feel good, right? Energy's coming back. When we're not in pain, symptomatic, the doc says. The way I see it, we can lie around here hoping for a miracle in some bullshit science experiment. Or we can put some moves on.
Skydiving, huh?
I never know when I've gone too far.
Yes, but you're always so happy when you get there.
You know, I told Cece when we wed that our marriage would be like a Noel Coward play. I just never told her which one.
Or that it would play out like Joe Orton.
If I left it to her, it would be Tennessee Williams, played out like Robert Ludlum.
Charles Ludlam.
Oh, yes, him. That's what it would play out as. Tennessee Williams, staged by Charles Ludlam. Southern Gothic meets the ridiculous theater.
And that would be worse how?
She'd get all the best lines then.
It's a matter of taste, I suppose.
Yeah. Bring, bring, bring. Be a pet. I'm resting. Tell them I'm ill-disposed.
Hello? Ah, Ronnie. Hang on.
I'm not here. I'm not here.
I'm sure you heard Ronnie. He's not here. He says it's important, Charles.
For the love of Christ!
He's praying right now, Ronnie. I know. I was surprised too, Ronnie. But lots of people go all spiritual when they hit their 60s. Hey, I should know, right? I'm his half-sister.
Oh, for God's sake, Ronnie. It's the truth. No, I've just turned 56. Why, sure, Ronnie. God bless you, too. Now, what's this all about? No literary agent worth a dime works on Saturdays. Yes, I'm sitting. Oslo, who? I've nothing... Wait. What? Me? You're teasing me now, Ronnie. Oslo is just for the Peace Prize. Oh, your spy lives in Oslo and works for the committee in Stockholm. For the committee itself. No, of course, I won't tell a soul. Except Cece, of course, and my new private secretary. His name is Stephen Simpson. Yes, I know there's a turnover there. College kids, bright, ambitious. No, I did not test his office skills. Well, this boy has great diction, and he even went to school someplace. Not like the last 2 or 3. Oh, this is such exciting news, Ronnie. I can't wait not to tell anyone. Yes, we'll speak again later. Bye-bye. The Nobel Prize. I've been nominated for the Nobel Prize.
I knew that advanced math in high school would pay off eventually.
For literature. Literature.
Just a matter of taste.
We have some issues. We should talk. Discuss.
What's on your mind, boy?
Einstein. Consider the case of two atoms colliding with each other. According to our model, we can only predict probabilistically, and not with certainty, the positions of the scattered electrons. We can't even predict whether an individual electron will behave as a wave or as a particle at any given time. This has been verified by experiments. You are saying that you cannot accept it because you want a precise trajectory of the movement of electrons, as in the case of someone shooting a billiard ball, when one can make exact predictions of the result of the collisions using classical physics. I tell you, Einstein, it's impossible. You have to admit that you're wrong. And accept reality. Accept reality.
You are telling me that an electron has free will. It can go backward, or forward, or jump sideways as though it had a mind of its own. You are asking me to embrace chaos. I can't do it, because I've always believed that the natural phenomenon cannot be chaotic. Just because you can come up only with a probabilistic model to explain atomic phenomenon, it doesn't mean that others may not be able to come up with a deterministic model that will supersede yours. God does not play dice.
Leave God out of it, Einstein. It's preposterous for us to decide what God is capable of. Anyway, what does God have to do with physics? Leave God to the theologian. I thought I could make you see the light. See the light.
What do you want me to say, boy?
I don't want you to say anything negative about the work you do, even if you disagree with us. Disagree with us. Of course, I cannot force you to do that. I want you to accept reality, Einstein. The laws of nature at the cosmic level do not apply at the atomic level. All we work with is a set of probabilities like in a horse race. That's the way it is.
Boy, I'm working on a unified theory. A theory that ties up the large with the small, the cosmic universe with the atomic universe. In other words, a theory that explains all physical phenomena from large to small.
I think it's a lost cause. A lost cause.
I'm willing to take a chance. I've worked on lost causes before. That is the story of my life.
He is a Don Quixote, tilting at windmills, tilting at windmills. This is what happens to great physicists when they pass their prime. They talk like lunatics. Like lunatics! great man has gone off the deep end.
Perhaps we view science differently.
Do we?
I would never chart a river or scale a peak to take its measure or plant a flag. There's no point. It's solipsistic self-aggrandizement. So too, those scientists who study the planets, seeking astronomical enlightenment for its own sake. The botanist studying the variegations of an Amazonian fern. The zoologist caught up in the endless fascination of an adder's coils. And for what? Knowledge for itself alone? The elation of discovery? Plant your flag on the truth. There is only one worthy goal for scientific exploration: piercing the tissue that separates life from death. Everything else, from the deep bottom of the sea to the top of the highest mountain on the farthest planet, is insignificant. Life and death, Sir Malcolm. The flicker that separates one from the other, fast as a bat's wing, more beautiful than any sonnet. That is my river. That is my mountain. There will I plant my flag.
You have the soul of a poet, sir.
And the bank account to match. Yes, maybe life overdid the lesson for me and made $1 worth too much. And the time came when that mistake ruined my career as a fine actor. I've never admitted this to anyone before, lad, but tonight I'm so heartsick. I feel at the end of everything. Now what's the use of fake pride and pretense? That goddamn play I bought for a song and made such a success in. A great money success. It ruined me with its promise of an easy fortune. I didn't want to do anything else. And by the time I woke up to the fact, I'd become a slave to the damn thing. I did try other plays. It was too late. They had identified me with that one part. And didn't want me in anything else. They were right, too. I'd lost the great talent I once had through years of easy repetition, never learning a new part, never really working hard. $35,000 to $45,000 net profit a season, like snapping your fingers. It was too great a temptation. Yet before I bought the damn thing, I was considered one of the 3 or 4 young actors with the greatest artistic promise in America. I'd worked like hell. I'd left a good job as a machinist to take supers parts because I loved the theater. I was wild with ambition. I read all the plays ever written. I studied Shakespeare as you'd study the Bible. I educated myself. I got rid of an Irish brogue you could cut with a knife. I loved Shakespeare. I would have acted in any of his plays for nothing, for the joy of being alive in his great poetry. And I acted well in him. I felt inspired by him. I could have been a great Shakespearean actor if I'd kept on. I know that. In 1874, when Edwin Booth came to the theater in Chicago where I was leading man, I played Cassius to his Brutus one night, Brutus to his Cassius the next, Othello to his Iago, and so on. The first night I played Othello, he said to our manager, "That young man is playing Othello better than I ever did." That, from Booth, the greatest actor of his day or any other. And it was true. And I was only 27 years old. As I look back on it now, that night was the high spot in my career. I had life where I wanted it, and for a time after that I kept on upward with ambition high. Married your mother. Ask her what I was like in those days. Her love was an added incentive to ambition. But a few years later, my good bad luck made me find a big money maker. It wasn't that in my eyes at first. It was a great romantic part I knew I could play better than anyone. But it was a great box office success from the start. And then, life had me where it wanted me. At from 35 to 40,000 net profit a season, a fortune in those days, or even in these. What the hell was it I wanted to buy, I wonder, that was worth? Well, no matter. It's a bit late for regrets.